Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Boy oh boy, is CD Projekt Red in a lot of trouble recently and they haven't been able to catch their breath at all. Things have been evolving to the worst during basically the last months after the release of Cyberpunk 2077. After the backlash CD Projekt Red got for a very horrible base PS4 and Xbox One experience that CD Projekt Red was, so much so that they had to pull the game, at least from the PlayStation Store. Right now, they are even in more trouble because their data has been breached. And just like someone here said, guys, where is the yellow background? Here the background is not the usual one from CD Projekt Red. Seems like it's a red alert. Red and black, something grave. And I can't really blame them because they're really in a bad situation right now. And they released this important update. And it says, yesterday we discovered that we have become a victim of a targeted cyber attack due to which some of our internal systems have been compromised. Talk about a company that has released a game about, androids and human augmentations and, the world of cyberpunk, and they now are a victim of a cyber attack. Talk about meta of the meta here. They continue, an unidentified actor gained unauthorized access to our internal network, collected certain data belonging to CD Projekt Red, Capital Group, and left a ransom note, the content of which we released to the public. Although some devices in our network have been encrypted, our backups remain intact. We have already secured our IT infrastructure and begun restoring the data. We will not give in to the demands nor negotiate with the actor because, as you know, the people who stole the data wanted to negotiate or more like to extort money from CD Projekt Red, and here they are. They say that they're not going to cave in, they're not going to negotiate with these thieves. Being aware that this may eventually lead to the release of the compromised data, we are taking necessary steps to mitigate the consequences of such release, in particular by approaching any parties that may be affected due to the breach. We are still investigating the incident. However, this time we can confirm that, to our best knowledge, the compromised systems did not contain any personal data of our players or users of our services. So just like they said here, it doesn't concern the player base, data about people, addresses and emails and whatnot. So this is one less thing to worry about. And they conclude, we have already approached the relevant authorities, including law enforcement and the president of the Personal Data Protection Office, as well as IT forensic specialists, and we will closely cooperate with them in order to fully investigate this incident. And here is the note the thieves, the hackers, left to CD Projekt Red. They said, hello CD Projekt, you have been epically pwned. We have dumped full copies of the source codes from your Perforce server for Cyberpunk 2077, Witcher 3, Gwent, and the unreleased version of Witcher 3. We have also dumped all of your documents relating to accounting, administration, legal, HR, investor relations, and more. Also, we have encrypted all of your servers, but we understand that you can most likely recover from backups. If we will not come to an agreement, more like if you don't give us money, then your source codes will be sold or leaked online and your documents will be sent to our contacts in gaming journalism. Yeah, seems like, this is really strange, and the way this note is written just, feels like there is a lot of animosity to CD Projekt Red. And here is the proof. They say here, your public image will go down the shitter even more and people will see how shitty your company functions. You see here, there is very clear animosity in there. The people who stole this data are not really happy with CD Projekt Red, and it raises a lot of questions whether these people are really very experienced hackers, or is it that CD Projekt Red has a very low security? Raises a lot of questions. And the way this is written is not like someone who is like, a very, very professional person. It's more like here personal feelings engaged in there. More like a disgruntled employee or disgruntled user of their, products. We don't really know who is it. exactly. It says here investors will lose trust in your company and the stock will dive even lower. You have 48 hours to contact us. And you can see here that the stock, as of the time of CD Projekt Red releasing that Twitter important update, the stock has gone down, understandably so. And yet I think that CD Projekt Red did the best thing not to cave in, not to bend the knee for these thieves, because it would set a bad example, and more and more people will try to extort money from companies by stealing their data. But it's not like CD Projekt Red is the best company when it comes, to making their games the best experiences that can be, at least in the beginning. They need a lot of time after releasing the games in order to make the games more and more polished. And it has happened with Witcher games, and even worse right now with Cyberpunk 2077, especially for base consoles, PS4 and Xbox One. They have been trying to recover here. The stock has been going a little bit up after the very problematic release of Cyberpunk 2077, but now they're going down again. And here we have an article from Tom's Hardware saying that CD Projekt Red hackers allegedly, of course you have to take that with a grain of salt, that's why they said here allegedly, already auctioning leaked source files. And there is a Twitter account here that they have screenshot, and the person responsible for this account says this is the source code to Gwent. It is a card game in the Witcher 3 game. And then here Witcher 3 Cyberpunk 2077 is being auctioned today on exploit forums at a starting bid of $1,000. The ransomware author said they will not be auctioning data anywhere else. Any other location other than exploit is fake. I mean, more like, why would I care or trust a thief? They have just stolen data from a company. Why wouldn't they lie? Again, that's just the way I see it. I don't think anyone should buy it. But again, there will be people who will want to buy it, and I think it will circulate here and there and probably even fall under the hands of the public. And from then on, people will know more about CD Projekt Red and about the way they make their games. Too bad for CD Projekt Red. And here it says, meanwhile, the leaked Gwent files also appear to have made their way to a handful of other forums, including 4chan. Of course, it has to be 4chan. With the main download hosted on Mega, we found traces of the threads, but they have since already been removed and deactivated. As such, we are unable to confirm the validity of the leak. And if you want to read more, I will leave the links in the description down below. I wouldn't want to see a company losing their data to these thieves, even if we don't agree with the company, even if we think the company is like, the worst in the world, something like, for example, EA, which is considered really evil. And I still wouldn't want them to lose the source code for their games and whatnot. It's not the way to go about it. If you don't like a company, just don't buy their games. That's the best answer you can do. But again, it is what it is. Data has been breached. It's not the first time and probably not the last time that it's gonna happen to a company. Even Nintendo themselves have been victim to a huge breach. Life will go on. I think people will forget about this, and CD Projekt Red will recover from this in the future. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please don't forget to leave a like and to subscribe for more. Leave your comments down below. They are always welcome. And I will talk to you again soon. Have a good one.